The type of king who's always doing things with girls that normally don't be doing that type of thing.
Homeboy Sandman is an MC who displays so much skill with rhyme schemes and wordplay and use of homophones on his latest album here, Veins. His delivery can also be very chilled out and laid back, sometimes a little offbeat, but I find it sounds quite good, especially with some of the jazzy instrumentals that he chooses, where that off-kilter delivery works quite well.
I don't make the same jam record twice. I am way too nice. So please don't ever in your life come to me with suggestions.
Which do show up here, mind you, although when it comes to the mood of this album, it's very cold, sometimes very stripped back and very bare. The beats are very abstract, which is cool, but I think for most of the album, just the way that the beats sound, they become a little monotonous or a little bland to listen to as instrumentals. You have highlights like Bamboo and Clarity. I especially love the woodwind instruments on Clarity, but I think as the album goes on, these beats kind of carry the same mood over and over, and they just become a little bit tedious. Although Homeboy Sandman as an MC certainly isn't boring at all. He actually is very entertaining with his wordplay. I actually have a bunch of different examples, which I'm going to read out to you right now. Sure, there are reasons God made each and every one of them, but I don't judge him, I'm just happy I ain't one of them. But stand in front of him a one of one, and had a battle ever wasn't won just because it wasn't one-on-one. He'll get it poppin' in the UK Parliament, he'll get it poppin' like the Kumite tournament, he'll get it poppin' like all the guys in Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut, he'll leave you hanging like a holiday ornament. And my personal favourite, make sure it's broken before I choose to fix, seen lots of folks that work for Satan rock a crucifix. The opening track, Between the Clouds, starts off as an introductory verse. It's just one long rhyme scheme that lasts from beginning to end. The beat is very off-kilter, his delivery is very off-kilter. It's just a way to kind of bring you in to what kind of raps he does. Homeboy Sandman has plenty of awesome rhyme schemes to show off. My main concern of this is he has all of this technical, lyrical skill, but on this album, it's not really used to portray any sort of coherent message. I might say that this album mostly focuses on just wordplay and such, which I guess is great, but a lot of this album, while entertaining, doesn't quite show Homeboy Sandman using those skills to present anything lyrically compelling. He's saying a whole load of things, but yet not so much at all. With the exception of tracks like Consumption, which reads more like a recipe, and A's, J's, and L's, where he actually drops a whole load of thoughtful bars, like the Satan rock a crucifix one that I read out earlier. Also, I just think that sometimes the instrumentals, as I said before, just become a little dull, a little monotonous. On certain tracks, they just get very tedious to listen to as they loop and loop and loop and loop. I don't know, this was a decent recent release from Homeboy Sandman that I guess is very entertaining to listen to if you're looking for those rhyme schemes and wordplay and just to be wowed by those technical aspects. But in terms of providing something that's compelling from start to end, this isn't quite there. I think this is more like a 6 out of 10.